Welcome, listener. You've stumbled upon the Unexpected Podcast. Whether you're meant to be here or not, you might want to prepare yourself for a world of stories you won't hear anywhere else. They are, after all, quite unexpected.
Podcasts! They are the latest phenomenon to reshape our world, much like radio and television before it. What would our lives be like without those familiar voices we welcome into our ears? Voices that are sometimes as sacred and as dear to us as our own friends, family, and lovers. But oftentimes these shows can infect our heads, steer our minds, and ultimately corrupt our souls. We get lost in fantasy worlds that keep us from engaging with our own realities, such as in the following tale, where one man's perverse quest to rule the podcasting world results in the destruction of many lives. I bring to you now the unusually unnerving tale of this American Knife.
Support for Average American Tales comes from Tony's Magical Foam Mattresses. Tony's Magical Foam is made of an organic blend of sustainably sourced wool and recycled body hair. One night on Tony's Foam and you'll never want to leave home. Tony's Magical Foam Mattresses would also like to announce their warehouses have 90% less asbestos. Info at tonysfoam.blogspot.info.net. And from Squarespace, build a marginally acceptable website using Squarespace. Find support from Bill Squarespace 24/7, except between the hours of 4 to 7 p.m. on Tuesday and 12 to 3 on Wednesday. And on Friday. And 9 p.m. through 9 a.m. Sunday through Saturday, and he'll offer his expertise from the time he made a website in 1997. Visit www.geocities.com/Hollywood/BillSquarefaceWebsite.html and enter the code BILL.
All Sheila has. Sheila also has a collection of more than 6,000 knives, all from different areas of the world. Egypt, the Congo, Delaware. She finds them at pawn shops and trade shows, that sort of thing. Sheila admits she doesn't even have the biggest collection in the scene, not by a long shot. But she's proud of it. It's taken her 40 years to build, after all. There's one thing that Sheila has that she's not so proud of. An inoperable brain tumor, and just 3 weeks left to live. 3.5, if she's lucky.
I found out about the tumor, about 6 months ago, or was it 6 days ago? Either way, it was pretty quick after that when they told me that they couldn't do anything about it. First thing I thought was about my pet turtle, Tim. Close second, though, was my knives. I'm not too afraid of death. I've had a long, fulfilling life, working at Tony's Magical Foam Mattresses to finance my knife collection. I don't want to be kept alive as a vegetable or anything. I just want to make sure my knives stay in the family.
Between treatments to keep her pain down, and trips for basic necessities, groceries, medicine, that sort of thing, Sheila visits City Hall to plead her case and make sure that Tim, her painted turtle, inherits her knives. Yet this one simple request has become quite an ordeal for Sheila.
They basically told me they'd found a law on the books from 1890 that says a person can't hand down any sort of cutting tool to a non-mammalian pet. That rules out Tim, I guess.
That's because, as a turtle, Tim's a reptile, not a mammal. Yet Sheila thinks it's the bureaucrats operating behind red tape at the courthouse that come off as cold-blooded instead, crawling up inside their shells when confronted about the old law.
I wanted to see if they could take another look at the ordinance. So many of these old-fashioned laws, they get overturned once you actually point out how silly they are. But they told me it'd have to go up as a proposition on the next ballot instead. And voting day, well, it's a little more than 3 weeks away.
3 weeks. That's it. That's all she has. Not to return her library book or perfect her huckleberry pie recipe. No. 3 weeks to live. And while many of us might go try to climb a mountain or bungee jump off a bridge in Taiwan, that sort of thing, Sheila's trying to overturn a 128-year-old law. A law that's preventing her from fulfilling her only dying request: to bequeath her knives to Tim, her painted turtle. From WTNY, this is Average American Tales, and I'm Ivan Ife. Each week, we bring you stories around a single thought. This week, that thought is knives. Wait a second. Hold the goddamn phone.
What's wrong, Ivan?
I thought we were doing emotional support animals. You're really gonna make me talk about knives for a motherfucking hour?
Martin never came in with the other audio. This is our only backup.
That limp dick piece of shit Martin hasn't come in yet?
No, but we have Paul from the junior college. He's been interning here for about 3 months. He's going to cover today.
Good morning, Mr. Ive.
Paul? Who the fuck is this guy? Whatever! Roll tape! Our show today comes in 2 acts. All about average everyday people and their knives. Act 1, deep cuts. In this act, a man who wanted a simple cutlery sales job is swallowed up by the dark world of election rigging. Then there's Act 2, a rather stabbing review, which stars TV chef Paula, who, after seeking revenge for a bad review, went to prison for attempted murder and lost her prized knives. Now she's fighting to get them back. Stay with us. I just don't understand why knives, Rich. We're supposed to be telling inspiring bullshit stories the average dumbass American can relate to. And quite honestly, I don't think a lot of people have emotional attachments to their son of a bitchin' knives.
We don't really have much of a choice here, Ivan. Just do what you can with it.
Let's ask the intern, Baby Dick Paul.
Oh, well, if I'm being honest, Mr. Ife, it was actually all my idea.
Oh, it was your idea. Oh, well then excuse me. I'm just a multi-award-winning radio host. But you're the almighty Paul. Well, I don't give a doll shit who you are. I don't need you sharpening your actual knives while I'm trying to record.
Huh? I wasn't sharpening any knives, Mr. Ive.
Yes, you were. I heard it. You think I don't have ears, you little baby dick? Let's just get this bullshit over with. Act 1. Deep cuts. Dan was looking for a job. Something a little different from the norm. One day, he saw an ad in the paper looking for a cutlery salesperson. Only 1 4-hour training session required. Sounds like an easy gig, right?
They just showed up to the training, hoping to get a fresh start in their careers. Some people found out early on that it wasn't for them, but for some of us, it was a fresh start.
And so Dan went out to pound the pavement of his neighborhood streets. He still didn't know much about knives. Didn't need to. He just needed to know the right sales technique. Something his new company was more than willing to provide.
We went all over the country for additional training.
So they paid you to get more training?
More or less. I wasn't quite sure about the financials behind it. I'm sure some of it came out of our commissions and whatnot.
Where did you all go? New York, I'm guessing?
Oh, all over. L.A. and Seattle, St. Louis, Dallas, Dungaroods Creek.
Washington, D.C.?
Yeah, we went to D.C.
And what happened there?
Well, I guess that's where it all kind of went down.
Went down. Funny way of putting it. After all, Dan isn't the only one to have commented on that meeting in D.C. Others have talked about how it took place in some doomsday shelter underground, after walking through a long, winding route of tunnels.
I knew D.C. pretty well from my days interning as a wide-eyed Capitol reporter. I knew there were tunnels in the city.
Where were you exactly?
Well, I can't say for certain, but I'm pretty sure we were beneath the Capitol building itself.
Seems like an odd place for some training on selling cutlery.
It does. It really, really does.
It's not that funny. And yet, it took Dan a few days to realize that he wasn't actually there for more training on how to sell knives. He told us about parties at the hotel, and how the execs would stop by his room, chat him up about a cool new side gig. Pretty normal for someone in sales, though, right?
It was really odd how they went about it. I've had guys see me do well in sales before and try to get me in on their new big opportunity. I've done it for a few industries, sports card memorabilia, mustard, even mobile homes.
What was their big pitch to you?
Well, they wanted to put me on a direct line with the presidential candidate at the time.
One of the major party candidates?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They wanted to put me on the phone with him. And they wanted me to try and sell him this real crazy, expensive-looking, dagger, it almost looked like, with gems and ivory carvings. Just the most absurd thing you've ever seen.
Did you sell it to him?
Yeah. I sold it to him.
So that's Dan. He's currently holding multiple leadership positions in the president's cabinet, though none that are directly visible to you or I. He never told us where the dagger he described had come from, or where it ended up. I'll let you draw the conclusions. All right. Wait, what's next? That piece of shit chef who should have never gotten out of prison, are we really interviewing her?
I'm gonna kill you, Ivan.
What? What was that? I heard something on my headphones here.
No, Mr. Ife, that was probably just some feedback. I'll make sure it's cleared up before you start.
Oh, how about you make sure it's cleared up this very minute? Because I'm fucking starting right now. Act 2. A rather stabbing review. Paula was a chef. A good chef. So good, in fact. She landed her own cooking show on a major cable outlet. Her success didn't last long, though. Between her popular show and running her own restaurant, Paula was spreading herself thin. So when her famous Salisbury steak didn't quite turn out, you'd think her patrons might cut her some slack, right? No dice. Worse yet, her food ended up on the plate of a well-known food critic, who in turn ended up on the wrong end of one of Paula's knives after his scathing review went public. What the fuck was that?
So sorry about that, Ivan.
This is getting ridiculous. Is this what I have to put up with, Rich? Rich, where the fuck are you, Rich?
No, Ivan. I meant sorry that Rich is dead. And I'm sorry that I lied to you about my name. It's not
The
Paul.
Unexpected Storytelling Podcast will return after a short word from our sponsors.
Vroom. Have you picked up some dirt and debris while driving to work? Do you have grime, gunk, and crud all over your windshield? Do you need your car looking its finest before that big interview to impress your possible new employer so your wife won't leave you for your old high school friend Mark because you've been suspecting something's been going on between them ever since you saw them sneak off behind the porta potty at the town's 4th of July picnic? Have I got the place for you? Tony's Car Wash. It's the best car wash in town. We clean everything. The inside of your car, the outside of your car. Heck, we'll even give you a little soaking if you want. We're a family-run business who's been washing cars for generations. My father, Tony Sr., washed cars, and my son, Tony III, will wash cars too, whether he wants to or not. Now, sure, you could go to Jason's Car Wash, but I hear he's a dirty atheist. Or you can go to Tony's Car Wash. Well, that's me, and support some good religious folk. So save some money, save your marriage, and save your car from looking dirty at Tony's Car Wash.
To your tale
One last thing,
on
friends.
The Unexpected Podcast.
Rich is dead. What'd you do to him?
Only the same thing I did to that critic who insulted my Salisbury steak. Except this time, I finished the job.
You stabbed Rich? To death?
That's right, Ivan. I killed him. Martin, too. And now I'm afraid I'm going to have to end your own average American life.
But why, Paula? Why'd you murder all those innocent people?
Because none of you bothered to help me get my chef's knives back once I got out of jail. In fact, you only wanted to make it more difficult for me.
No, what are you even talking about?
All those ads I sent in to this dumb show for my Fund Me Now to cover my legal fees, you never ran them.
I never even heard those ads.
Martin heard them, and he did nothing. That's why he's dead.
So, just to recap, you started dressing as a male and changed your name to Paul. Got accepted into journalism school. Somehow landed an internship here at WTNY. Worked here for 6 months, then killed Martin, our sound engineer, and surreptitiously suggested the topic of knives, just so we talk about you on the show. All to get your revenge on us for not playing your ads.
Correct. And now, Ivan Ife, I'm afraid this is your final act.
Please, Paula, no. No, don't kill me. I'll do anything.
Well then, perhaps you'll finish telling my story the right way. And Ivan, if I don't get my knives back after this airs, you'll be walking on the cutting edge of your life.
Yes, Paula. I understand completely. So Paula reads a review of her Salisbury steak. To say she wasn't pleased, well, that'd be undercutting things.
He just tore me a new one. Took my legs right out from underneath me. I laid in bed that night crying, visions flashing before my eyes of my show getting cancelled and my restaurant closing. All I wanted to do was make him feel a little bit of that stabbing pain I was feeling in my heart.
So you tried to murder him?
No, see, I mean, it was all a big misunderstanding, right? I show up at his house just to chat, but I still had my chef's knives in my car. He'd apparently hired a bodyguard or protection service, and they called the police. They caught me with my knives, thought I was there to stab him, I don't know.
But he was stabbed, wasn't he?
To be frank, I still contend he did it to himself, to frame me.
But your lawyers never presented that argument.
I'm certain he was lining my lawyer's pockets too. He was lining everyone's pockets with all the money he got paid for that review. The judge, the media, all of them.
And so that's why...
That's why, after serving my time I shouldn't have served in the first place, I put in my request to have my knives be given back to me. But as everyone knows, I was denied.
Do you know where the knives are now?
Went through civil asset forfeiture, police auction, probably in the hands of some wannabe criminal, while I, a law-abiding citizen, continue to be denied what belongs to me.
So that's Paula, with her side of the story. Sounds plausible enough, right? Just another wrongfully convicted person trying to find her way back in our land of the free, home of the brave. Proof that not every case is as cut and dry as it first seems.
Now on the sidewalk, ooh, Sunday morning, lies a body just oozing life. And someone sneaking round the corner. Could that someone be Mac the Knife?
That's our show for today. Our program is produced by myself and Martin Timmers, with senior producer for today's show, Rich Elbert. I'm Ivan Ife, and we'll be back next week with some more average American tales. Thanks for joining us.
It's there for the way to dare. 5 will get you 10 old Mackies back in town. Not you hear about Louis Miller? He disappeared, babe, after drawing out all his hard-earned cash.
So you think we fooled all those idiots?
Oh, Ivan, you are so good. Ratings are gonna go through the roof. People love stories about wrongfully convicted people being exonerated for crimes they didn't commit.
I can't wait to stick it to that lame NPR show that ripped off our concept. And that host who stole my shtick.
Oh, Ivan, I don't want to wait till we get home to make love. Do me right here, right now on this table.
Martin spilled some grape jelly all over it yesterday.
Like the stories you hear on The Unexpected?
Just shut up and
Consider
kiss me
sharing
on
our
my
show
lips.
with family and friends, along with any strangers
What
you
the hell
come
is that?
across. Provide a little something unexpected to someone else's day.
I thought you were
Find
dead.
and subscribe to our show on iTunes, Google Play, or anywhere else you stream your podcasts. We're on social media on Unexpected Show on Twitter and The Unexpected Podcast on Facebook. You can also find out what we're up to on our website, www.theunexpectedpodcast.com. Thank you for listening. Now let's get back to our bone-chilling tale.
I don't think listeners were expecting that kind of audio feedback. It's simply too bad that Ivan Ife got so wrapped up in his own perverse podcasting persona that he couldn't hear the signs of his own impending doom. Though, to give him some credit, I imagine the download numbers for that particular episode were killer. Because isn't it the type of unexpected moments that draw in those precious ratings? The only thing we can say for certain is that Ivan will no longer be offering up slices of life to his audience, just slices of himself.
The Unexpected Storytelling Podcast is written, produced, and directed by Andrew Soucek and Erik Bergstrom. Each story is somehow a work of fiction, and with the exception of public figures like Tony Danza, any resemblance to persons living or dead is coincidental and unexpected.